Welcome back, everybody. This has been a wonderful week for me. As you can see from the title, I finally passed the combine. So this will cover my trades on March 31st to April 4th on my single TopstepX combine, and we'll talk about the trades that I took to pass the combine. I'll try and keep this video pretty short, well, relatively short compared to my past videos. I'm trying to target about 10 minutes or so. So let's get into this. March 31st. All right, so this whole week, all the trades I took were based on price action. I used to trade based on the RSI smooth. I don't have it turned on here, um, but I found just better success going off of price action here. So let's talk about Monday. So I drew a level here, starting my session, thinking that price was going to bounce off here. I entered short and gave myself a little extra room, a 25 point stop loss, but I still got um, knocked out for that trade. And then I just waited to see what price would do. Price broke that level and then pulled back, and so I entered long here, joining this upwards trend here. When price got bounced off here and continued upwards, I brought my stop loss to break even here, and then I closed the trade. This trade was about let's see, probably like 60, almost 70 points or so here. And so that put me up $437 on the day. April 1st, Tuesday. All right, so this was a nice short day. It was just a one and done. I drew out these two levels starting my session, just the top of this peak here and the top of this peak here, thinking those might be levels to either bounce off of or break through. And so I watched the price here break through, and I kept trying to limit order in, hoping price would kind of bounce back and hit it, but it just kept missing, just barely. And so I ended up just entering in with a market order. And as the trade developed, I did not bring up my stop loss to the bottom of this little pullback or even to break even. I wanted to make sure there was enough room, enough breathing space for the trade to play out. And I'm glad I did, because it hit my 100 point target. Good day. April 2nd, Wednesday. So this was a busy day. I drew out a couple levels. This blue line used to be about right here, and that's why I entered this first trade. It looked like price was in an uptrend, but it also looked like it was bouncing off of here. So I bet on the bounce off here, and I entered short. Then I wasn't too confident, and I just closed the trade basically at the bottom here of this little range, and I'm glad I did, because it wasn't gonna head down the 100 points I'd love to get. So I waited for price to do something, and it came back up to that level, and I thought this would be an even better opportunity for a bounce. So I entered short, but price ripped through my stop loss and closed that trade on me. And so then when price went to the high of the day, I saw that I had broken it and made higher highs, new highs of the day basically. And so I entered long on a little pullback, but it kept pulling back and knocked me out of that trade too. Here was a mistake I accidentally made. So I had a limit order here that was hiding under this blue line. And so I didn't realize there was a trade there until price hit that, and then I was putting a trade, and then it kept going and hit my stop loss that I have for my bracket order, so I was down 20 points again. So here's where I should have ended for the day. I was down $381 at the end of this trade, but it just seemed like the upwards trend was gonna keep on going because there were new highs of the day. It was a higher low compared to these other ones, and so once we made new highs once again, I entered in long, about 30 points, just to basically cover the loss and just put me at break even for the day. So I ended this day $16 up, not too bad. April 3rd, Thursday. All right, so this was the golden day for me here. So I started my session actually 50 minutes later than I usually do. And so I opened up my chart and I drew out this line here, thinking it was going to be another one of those kind of upwards trends that I could join in at this trend line I drew. So I entered long, but price kind of chopped around a little bit and then knocked me out for a stop loss of a loss of 20 points. And so I just waited for just one more opportunity because I felt like I was really close to passing. So as price kind of bounced around here, I saw there was kind of a little bit of a level here, and I decided to enter there. So I entered long here with a 20-point stop loss and 60-point target because that was going to put me over my account target, which was 53,000. And I was very happy about this trade because once it closed, I had passed the combine. Very, very excited about that. April 4th, I took no trades because the combine closed because I passed. All right. So let's just do a monthly and account recap so far. So one thing that's kind of annoying is that once your account closes, like when you pass the combine, you can't look at that nice little calendar they give you that shows the profit and loss for each day of the week. So I had to open up the website and enter my account and look at the details this way. So you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This week was an all green week for me, which is a first because using all my previous strategies, I've never had so many green days in a row. So very happy about that. And then here's my account starting from February 12th to the last day. So you can see it took 35 trading days in total. Following my previous strategy with a 50-point target using my RSI strategy. It was kind of slow going, and then I just got a string of losses, another win, and then another string of losses. And then here is when I switched to 100-point targets with the same strategy, and I'd get a win and then some more losses. And then this is where I decided to switch over to price action, and that seems to work a lot better for me. Now look at the stats here. So I'm very happy to see that my average winning trade is a lot bigger than my average losing trade. And the win percentage is lower than I'd like, but I think that's because of my old strategy. If it was purely price action, if this accounted for only my price action trading, then I think it would be a lot higher. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited to work on the Express account. And in honor of that, I've created a new song for you to listen to. Talk to you next week. Bye.
Trading dreams, a world so vast, numbers spinning, moving fast. Learned the ropes, took the test. Now I'm shining at my best. Trade the stars, make them glow. Work so hard, now we know. Through the night we rise, we soar. Future's bright forevermore. Charts and graphs, the late night grind. Truths of markets I had to find. Sleepless nights, I gave my all. Standing tall, I heard the call. Trade the stars, make them glow. Work so hard, now we know. Through the night we rise, we soar. Future's bright forevermore. It was a fight, yeah, a heavy road. was a